Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Richard Razor Sharp here again with another video, and today we're going to speak a little bit about what clippers do you need when you're first starting out in barbering. And this will be for people who are maybe new to the barbering industry, or you're thinking about joining it and you're wondering, okay, what clippers should I get? Because in the market there's so many different clippers you could choose from. If you go to a beauty supply shop, you'll think, okay, well, where do I begin? So this video is just to help you guys out. Now, my personal view is that there's three kind of tools when it comes to clippers that you can buy on the market right now. Other people may have different views in terms of what I'm going to share now, but this is just my personal take. So I put the clippers on the market into three categories. I think you have power tools, you have precision tools, and then you have detailing tools. Now, what I'm going to do in this video, you're going to see me on my computer and I'm going to go online and I'm going to show you examples of these three different categories so I can give you a bit of insight into the kind of clippers you can buy, and then I'll also give you my recommendation and my suggestion of what I think you should get when you're starting out. I'm probably going to do a second video as well, which will give a bit more information about all the equipment that you would need, not just clippers, but the other kind of things that you would need when you're starting out in barbering. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As I say, I'm going to now go on my computer and then you can see these different kind of tools and I'll talk you through them, and I hope it's useful to you. And if it is, please click that subscribe button, like, leave comments. All right, thanks a lot guys. Peace. Okay YouTube, so as promised, I'm going to take you through what clippers to buy. And rather than just go on the internet and go to loads of different websites, I decided to make it a bit easier and just put together a little presentation that just shows you the key clippers that you can buy on the market. As I mentioned, I break these clippers down into three categories. So you've got your power clippers, your precision clippers, and then your detailing trimmers. And this is particularly for people who are either junior barbers, you're just getting into barbering, or if you're somebody that wants to buy some clippers for home use, you want to do your own hair or maybe do your son or a family member's hair, then this is going to be for you just in terms of the clippers that you can get on the market and what I recommend. So the first thing you've got is the power clippers. Now, bearing in mind, the clippers that I'm showing here are based on what's available in the UK market. So if you're in the States, you're probably going to have a little bit more variety than what we have in the UK, but we're catching up bit by bit. And if you're in another part of the world, you may not have everything that we have here in the UK, but hopefully with the suggestions that I give, you should be able to at least select one of the clippers that are available. So firstly, power clippers. Here are a few of the power clippers available on the market. So Andis do a variety of power clippers. You've got the AGC, which is a 2-speed power clipper. And these clippers have a high voltage rate and they can cut through bulk very quickly. So if you want to take down a lot of hair really quickly, then these are the kind of clippers that will do that for you. And they usually have variable speeds, so you can have slower and faster speeds dependent on how coarse the hair is that you're cutting and how quickly you want to cut through it. The middle clipper is the Andis Supra ZR, which is a cordless clipper. That's a lot more expensive, and if you want to get the pricing for these clippers, simply go online and then you can get the pricing for these clippers. It may vary from Barber supplier, or if you're going on eBay or Amazon, the price may vary slightly. And then you've got the Wall Rapid Fire, which has been around for a while as well, but it's still a very good and very strong power clipper. Now, one of the common themes between these clippers is they use detachable blades. So these are blades that you snap on. They're not permanently fixed to the clipper. So you just snap these blades on, and you have to buy these blades individually, but these blades are quite expensive. You'll generally spend between £30 and £35 per blade. So to get a whole set is going to cost a bit of money. So I probably wouldn't recommend these power clippers if you're just going to use it for home use, or if you're just starting out in barbering, because they're quite expensive, and then to get all the blades that you need is also another further expense. So those are the power clippers. Now onto the precision clippers. So here's some of the most popular ones that are available on the market. So you've got the Wall Magic Clip cordless. You can also get that in a corded version, which is slightly cheaper. And then you've got the Wall Super Taper. There you've got the corded version, and you can also get it as a cordless clipper. And you've got the Andis Slimline Pro and then the Andis Pro Alloy. And these are probably the four main clippers available in the UK market right now. For somebody who's conscious about cost, the most cost effective version of a precision clipper will be the Wall Super Taper in the corded version. You can probably pick them up online for about £40 to £45. If you go for the cordless version, that's a bit more, it's about £80. And the Wall Magic Clip, they come in around £90 and £100. And then the Andis Slimline Pro Li, I believe that comes in around £70 mark, and then the Pro Alloy is also about £70. So these are your precision clippers. These are the clippers that you will use to do fading or do a one level all over, but this is a very versatile and diverse clipper. So as you can see, you've got the bail arm on the side, which you can use to adjust the length that you want to cut at, and every barber will have a few of these clippers. Now, if you're just planning to get clippers for home use, I would say you probably only need one of these. But if you're planning to work in a barber shop and to cut hair a bit more professionally or cut hair more regularly, then my suggestion is that you should have at least two of these clippers. And the reason why I recommend having two of them, and it doesn't have to be two different ones. You could get two of the Wall clippers or two of the Andis clippers. But the reason why I recommend two is because you can rotate for each cut. Have one clipper set up, use that one for one cut, and then when you're done with that haircut, then you can put that down to rest, to cool down, and then use the other clipper, and you could just rotate. So if you're cutting all day, your clippers won't get too hot to handle and the blades won't get too hot for the customer's skin, especially if they're having a low cut like a skin fade. What I would suggest, if you're just starting out in barbering or you're going to use it for home use, is if you're planning to get more than one of these clippers, then I would say get two of the same brand. So either two of the Wall or two of the Andis. The reason why I suggest that is the clipper guard system will be the same, so you only need one set of clipper guards to use. If you get one Wall and one Andis, then you're going to have two different guard systems, so you're going to have to learn two new guard systems, or two different guard systems, excuse me. But if you have one guard system, then you can quickly get accustomed to it and get used to the way that guard system works in terms of cutting hair, and also it will cost you less money. A little tip that I would give you is to invest in the premium clipper guards for either of these brands. So Andis do a magnetic clipper guard, which is really good and just very easy to use, easily just attaches to the clipper blade through the magnets, or you can use the Wall premium clipper guards, which has a metal clip that locks the clipper guard onto the clipper. And I suggest these just because the standard guards you get in the box, whilst they will work and they will do the job, they do, particularly with the Wall, they have a tendency to drop off, and that can cause all kinds of accidents. So you don't want that. So I'd say investing in the premium clipper guards, which will probably cost you about an extra £20. And then moving on to the detailing clippers, or trimmers as we call them, my main two suggestions are the Wall Detailer and the Andis Slimline Pro Li. The Slimline Pro Li is a cordless clipper, but it's fantastic. If you wanted a corded Andis clipper, then I'd probably suggest for the UK market, you can either get the Andis T outliner with the UK plug on it. Be careful not to get the US plug, otherwise you'll have an issue getting the transformer to convert it. So definitely make sure you get the UK plug, or you could get the Andis Superliner, which is also very good. But you've got the Wall Detailer, has been around for a long time, is a really good clipper, a strong clipper, and many many barbers use them. And then there's say the Andy Slimline Pro Li, and both of these are great clippers that cut sharp, that give really good shape ups, and you'll use these detailing clippers to do the shape up, or if you're going to do a line or a pattern in the hair, this is what you use these clippers for. You will also use them if somebody's having a skin fade and you want to take the hair down really low. You will then use these trimmers to take the hair down really low to a skin level. Now, what's become very popular is people have begun to use detailers. So as you can see, there's these foil shavers. There's two that I've got here for you, either the Wall 5-star shaver, or you've got the Andis shaver. Both of them are, I would say, equally as good and will do the job, and they will take the hair down to a real bald level. So if you are going to invest in those, you definitely will need a detailing trimmer as well, either the Detailer or the Slimline Pro, because to take the line out, if you're putting in a bald line with the shavers, you will need a trimmer to do that. You won't be able to do that just with a standard precision clipper. So those are my recommendations. Obviously, you can choose if you want a wall system or Andy system. As you take on barbering and become more professional, then you may want to mix your collection of clippers, and you may want to use a mixture of wall and Andis. But if you're just starting out, I would recommend starting with just one brand. Either have a wall setup or have an Andis setup. And with these detailing trimmers, I would say if you're just going to use it for home use, then you'll only need one. But once again, if you're planning as a junior barber, you're going to be working in a shop, I would suggest having two, just so that you can rotate. Particularly if you're going to be in a shop, I would suggest, the reason why you should have two is that you can have one set at one length and another one set at another length. So you may have one of your detailing trimmers set up at 0 gap, so that it cuts really sharp and gives a really sharp line, particularly for use on adults. But then if you're cutting kids' hair, you don't want them so sharp because their skin is softer, they can cut easier. So you may want to have another trimmer set up where it's not 0 gapped completely, it's set back a little bit, so it'll still give a sharp line, but you don't run any risk of cutting any children, which would just not be a good situation. So those are my suggestions, guys. I hope you found it useful, and if you did, please subscribe, leave your likes, your comments, and look forward to showing you another video soon.